So the Dallas Cowboys are looking to utilize their franchise tag once again, and they've been using the franchise tag since 2019 as a reoccurring thing with their offseason plans. What we need to talk about is why this really needs to stop, because it's going to happen again with Tony Pollard most likely, and why it just is an overall bad strategy. Let's get into it. Hey guys, what's going on? Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel with another video for you guys here today. Before we get started, if you guys can hit the like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss out on new content when it comes out, because YouTube loves to not send people notifications or it goes into your sub box. So look, we are now going towards another franchise tag being used, and this has been an ongoing philosophy and strategy that the Cowboys have implemented since 2019. You know, you look at what they did with DeMarcus Lawrence. You know, he played on the tag. They tried to tag him again, and then they ultimately got him signed. They did it with Dak Prescott. They've done it with Dalton Schultz. They're about to do it with Tony Pollard, and then they've done it before. They did it with Anthony Spencer. They did it with Dez Bryant. The problem is that the Joneses are using this as a crutch to not rush any negotiations, and that is what bothers me. You know, at the end of the day, if you want to sign a player, you should know by year 3 if you're going to keep that player or not. And that's the part that I always talk about on my videos, is that you as a front office love to talk about the homegrown talent. You know, at the end of the day, look at what we've done. We're primarily built through the draft. Like 70-80% of it's done through the draft. And by the way, Stephen Jones has said that recently. So this isn't some nonsense that I'm saying here. The thing that bothers me is that if you like to pay your in-house guys, why is it that you wait until the clock strikes midnight to try and get a deal done? You as a front office should know, if I want to keep this player, I'm going to go sign him, and I'm going to make sure that I pay him before the market goes up. You could have done this with Dak Prescott, DeMarcus Lawrence, Dez Bryant, Dalton Schultz, even though you didn't really give him a long-term deal, if you were looking to give him a deal, and it's going to be the same thing with Tony Pollard. So what the hell are we doing here? You have no right to just sit on the franchise tag and give $10 million straight up, or however much money it's going to be, because you know why? And I think it's starting to look like you guys do it on purpose. Because with you doing it, you take away the cap space and you say, see, well, you know, we had the franchise tag so-and-so because we love him as a player and we would love to keep him. It's just we haven't come to an agreement. These agreements should be done way before their rookie deals expire. And people think that, oh, if you give them a contract extension too early, that means you're going to get the cap hit that year. No, you can mess around. Like, look at what we did with Michael Gallup. You could push the money a certain way so that it's team friendly, or however you want to negotiate. But you, as the front office, Jerry and Steven, you guys are the reason why we run into these issues. I wouldn't be complaining about your philosophy as much if you lived by it. If you practice what you preach, you should say, you know what? We like our guys, like you always say. We want to pay our guys. So after year 3, because I know you guys look at this, you can't be that stupid unless I'm wrong, and, you know, I could be there. But my main thing is, after year 3 of a player in the league, you should be getting ready to sign that dotted line as soon as you say that guy is worth keeping. You know, regardless of if the player is a superstar player or not, you should be looking to extend players that you think contribute to the team. And they do that for they've done that, but it's the wrong players. You know, with Jalen Smith, La'el Collins, and I'm going to just be honest with you, you know, I don't want to make like revisionist history because things can happen, but that's why you put those provisions in your contract. Did Jalen Smith deserve the contract? Sure. And you paid him and the money was, you know, you did the right thing there. Okay, La'el Collins, you got him paid. Now, Zeke Elliott, running backs are a bit different, but he had to play hardball because he knew what your game plan was going to be. And this is where you have to call some of these guys' bluff, and that's what I don't like about this front office. They act tough in the negotiations, but they ultimately pay the price. So for players, it's good because you know you're going to get the best money out of it because that's what the money is. Like with Dak Prescott, I don't care if you like Dak or hate Dak. That's not part of the equation. The part of the problem that I have is that as a front office, after year 3, you should have been like, you know what, Dak, you're the guy. Here's your extension, and we're going to pay you $30 to $25 million, however much money it was going to be. Let's just be real there. But you didn't. You sat on it, you franchise tagged him, and the price went up $10, $15 million because of your ineptitude. And sure, you lowered the cap hit by, doing the extension a certain way, but that still screwed you over. And here we are talking about you, giving a contract extension in year 3, which is exactly what you're going to do, and you have no trade clause. You have no way of getting out of it. That's not on Dak Prescott. That's on your front office not doing their due diligence and setting it up to go and make those moves. So let's just kind of close the gap here by just saying this. Using the franchise tag as a negotiating method is not something you should do. The Dallas Cowboys front office needs to know better. We have to look at it this way. The franchise tag just screams to me that you have an inaction to do anything. You have no urgency to get deals done. And it shows that you're incompetent. How can you not get these deals done? If you really like Tony Pollard, you could agree with it. I don't agree with it. I don't believe you should pay him because it's a running back and you don't know what he's going to look like. But if you want to pay him, you should have paid him after the 2021 season. You should have been like, Tony, we think that you're a great player. Here's your contract extension. Dalton Schultz, we think that you're a great player. We want you to stick around. Here's your contract extension. Oh, well, Space, you can't give the money to everybody. Yeah, I know that. But that's the decision you have to make. You can't just franchise tag a guy. That's where after year 3, you have to sit there and be like, all right, guys, I understand that he's a good player, but I'm not looking to re-sign him because we can get the comp pick and we can go replace him. That would be the philosophy with a guy like Dalton Schultz. With a Dak Prescott or a DeMarcus Lawrence, it's a bit tougher. Those are, upper tier guys, let's be real. And you kind of have to say to yourself, okay, I'm willing to pay that. I could see there. And also, you can maybe get a cheaper price. You can negotiate and be like, listen, this is what the market says, but this is what we see for your first 3 years. And you can get a cheaper deal. That's what teams do. The smart teams do that. Then you move the money around. That's how it works. And yet, you guys don't do it. So with that being said, I want to make it clear. Using the franchise tag, we have to stop it. Stop using the franchise tag to try and be your crutch. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell. By you reaching the end of this video, I thank you so much for it. If you want to become a channel member, hit the join button to support the channel further. It would be awesome, just like doing super chats, but on a monthly basis. And with that, this is Space Cowboy Media signing out. Have a good one.